are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey, everybody, it's Marlene of Marlene Motivates, your channel for motivation, inspiration, and positivity. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Share this out on your social media sites so someone who needs this much needed motivation gets it. So, welcome to those of you who are live or watching in the replay. I really appreciate you being here. I'm going to see who is in the chat and then we're going to get to the topic. Let's see who is in here. Up in here. Up in here. Yes, please like and share. First in, Realist One here. How are you doing, Realist? Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to the mods. Mods in the building. Mods in the building. And we have S. Oliver. How are you doing, S. Oliver? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing? Welcome in. Hey, Liz, how are you? Welcome. Happy Thursday to you. We got member in the building, Nate the Great Podcast. How are you doing, Nate? Welcome in. Happy Thursday. How are you doing? And we got James Wilson, another awesome mod. Thank you for being here. How are you doing, James? Welcome in. Yes, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about ourself. We're going to be doing a personal evaluation of ourselves and some things that we need to overcome within ourselves, within me, some things that you need to overcome within you. And it's so important that we talk about overcoming some things that we may be doing so that we can, you know, do better things, so that we can elevate our thoughts, so that we can go after our dreams, so that we can start making the things that maybe we think about a reality instead of just thinking about it or wanting to or hoping to do it. We just make it happen. Or one of the worst things that we could ever do is have all of this potential within ourselves. And I do believe that every single one of you motivators has that within yourself. You have this phenomenal thing that you are just good at. And it would be so sad. It would be very tragic for you to not step within your abilities and your gifts. Yeah, use it. Use your gifts. Use whatever it is that you need to overcome it. See, we're not ones that maybe before you were introduced to your self-worth, maybe before you knew confidence, maybe before a lot of things, you would just give up when you faced a situation. But now we're not that way. We are strong. We believe in ourselves. And when something happens to us, we find ways to troubleshoot in order to get through it. So, everybody, let's talk about overcoming you. You deserve to overcome anything that you feel inside, anything that may be coming from the outside that will stop you from being your best self, okay? And that's what this discussion is going to be all about. We all have things to overcome in ourself to become our best self. And I think that that's wonderful. We sometimes forget about how much good we have within ourselves. We forget about that. We leave certain things untapped, or we know that it's there, but we kind of just put it on the shelf and say, I don't have time for that, or for whatever reason, we just don't do what we need to do for ourselves. So, this is just the encouragement on today, that we're going to step in the shoes that was placed before us, and we're going to walk our path. We're going to walk our road and overcome. We're going to overcome. We're not going to throw in the towel. We're going to learn how we can overcome so that we can be our best selves. And let's see. Yes, happy Thursday to everyone in the building. Thank you so much, Nate. Let's get into the first point, everybody. Point number one, how we can overcome our own self. One of the first things that we have to do is overcome doubt. Doubt is one of the biggest things, it's one of the biggest obstacles that we will ever face in our life, because we all know that the things that we think about is what we do, is what we become. So if we constantly doubt ourselves, we doubt our ability to do something when we can do it, the solution is we have to stop doubting, stop trying to convince ourselves that we can't do things. And there's a few reasons why we may doubt ourselves. We doubt most of the time what we don't understand. We doubt because we are listening to the things that other people tell us. We doubt when we don't know ourselves, when we don't really believe in our own gifts and our abilities. So, how we overcome that doubt is we have to strengthen our resolve within ourselves. It means mindset shifting, encouraging our own self. When I get to this roadblock, when I start doubting myself, I start by giving myself a series of questions. I ask myself, why are you doubting yourself right now? Is it because you're scared? Because of other people? Do you feel intimidated? You got to get underneath the reason for the doubt. You have to go underneath it. It's not just saying I'm doubting. We know when we doubt ourselves, but you have to ask yourself why. Why am I doubting myself? Why do I do this? Why am I doing this to myself? Because we are stopping, blocking, and slowing down our progress. And we shouldn't do that. Don't do that to yourself. You have so much potential. Don't doubt yourself. Stop doubting. And one of the things that helps me to not doubt myself is making sure that I stay in line with an awesome mentor, having a support system, a support team. That's vital. Motivators, it is so vital. If you have not already, find yourself a mentor. A mentor is going to help you, that when you start to doubt yourself, you have somebody that you can call, that you can text, that will give you that boost, that, go for it, that you can do it. That we sometimes, when when we're wavering on two opinions, or when we're ready to start backing away from doing something, when we check in somebody that will help us to say, you have no reason to doubt. You have the ability, you can do it. And, most of the time, that is all we need. When we doubt ourselves, we give into it. We just say, well, then I can't do it. And we all know that the things that we say about ourselves is what we do. So if you tell yourself you can't do something, I promise you won't. I promise you. But when you tell yourself that I will do it, you will. It's all a matter of your mind. That's why mind control. We have to learn to start controlling the things that we allow our mind to think. It's very important, our own self-awareness, being aware of what we can do, being aware of who we can be. But so many give into doubt because of their circumstance, because of their financial means, when we should not. So stop doubting, everybody. Stop doubting. Let's go to the chat. Let's see what I missed. Okay. Hi, Eastad. How are you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Thursday to you. I hope all is well with you. And we have Sirius. How are you doing, Sirius? Happy Thursday. Welcome in. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And we have Boss Life Online. How are you doing, Boss Life Online? I hope you're doing good. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Let's see who else I missed. Did I miss anybody else? Did I say hi to Sirius? I think I did. But I'll say hi to Sirius again. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys have not already, please hit that like. Hit the like. I'd really appreciate it. So it's so important to overcome ourselves. So it means that we have to stop doubting our abilities for whatever it is that we do, right? Don't doubt your ability to do something. Whatever it is that is the something that you want to do, you want to do it for a reason. You want to do it for a purpose. So go for it. Don't doubt. You know, one of the worst things that we can ever do in this life is want to do something and never do it and always have that question. I wonder what would have happened if I would have followed through. I know I did that when I was younger in my early teens. I always started to do more things about doubting myself. And we have to push through that. And having some accountability partners, some great friends and support team that will always, when we doubt, we have somebody that will say, go for it. Don't doubt. You got this. I'm here for you. If you need something, that's what we need. When we don't have that kind of support, that's the reason when we doubt and then we just say, never mind, I can't do it. Or we'll say, I'll do it later, right? We're going to get to that in a little bit. Awesome. I'm so glad you're fantastic. I am always great. Thank you so much, Sirius. Every day is a blessing. Yes. And we have Angela Critters in the house. Hi, Angela. How are you doing? Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. Now let's get to the next point, everybody. Okay. Because I think I have 7 or 8 points today. So let's get to the next one. Overcoming you, everybody. How we overcome ourselves too is overcoming procrastination. Now, we all know, we all do it. And I will just say this. When we talk about procrastination, we procrastinate about things that we don't want to do. So we have to get underneath. I say this all the time. You got to go underneath the reason. Why am I procrastinating? Why am I holding back from doing this? Why am I making these excuses? And then you will come up with your solution, how you can overcome procrastination. Sometimes we procrastinate because we fear winning. We fear being great. Sometimes it goes the opposite way. We fear failure, but what about us? What if you do win? What if you do get exactly what you want? Are you ready for it? That can be a challenge too. So not only in overcoming procrastination, we have to be ready. I hear people say all the time, I have to get ready. No, don't get ready. Be ready at any time, at any opportunity. When it's your time, you don't have to say, okay, let me do this, let me plan, let me prepare. No, you can just jump into it because you're ready. That's right, motivators. We don't get ready. We are ready. Be ready to face your challenges. Get your mind ready. Get your heart ready. Your spirit ready. Up and running, ready to face whatever is next for you. So let's avoid the procrastination. We can have a great opportunity, but fail to launch it and we miss out. How sad is that? We can miss out on a great opportunity that is meant for us, that is meant for you. Somebody could say, hey, how about this? What about this? What about that? And then because we drag our feet, because I'll do it tomorrow, or we make an excuse. And I don't know. I don't know. And then later on, we say, okay, let me do it. That opportunity, that ship has sailed. That's over. That deal is gone. It's no longer available, or that person has moved on to somebody else. So when we talk about procrastination, it's very important for us to work on, being consistent, doing what we need to do. And when we say we're going to do something, do it. Be a person that keeps their word. That's something very important. It goes back to, are you reliable? Can people rely on you? Can people trust you? And when you are an avid procrastinator or a person that makes excuses, people will not trust you. I'm going to tell you something, and I feel that somebody needs to hear this message right here and right now. If you can't handle smaller things and you hold back and you procrastinate right now, how can you be given bigger responsibilities, greater things? See, and where you're going, you need to have this fixed. You got to fix procrastination. You got to fix your lack of consistency. You got to fix all of it so that you can move forward. So whatever is happening for you next, you're not going to have a problem with staying consistent. You're not going to have a problem with doing things. People know you're going to show up and you're going to do what you're supposed to do. And in order to do that, we have to overcome that within ourselves. We have to say, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to keep my word. I'm going to be reliable. I'm going to be trustworthy. All of those things come under the umbrella of procrastination, but we're the ones that have to overcome it. We're the ones that have to say, I believe in myself enough. Okay. And for me, my procrastination also came from laziness. Let's keep it real. It came from laziness. I was lazy. I'm going to admit it. I'm grown. I'm a grown woman. And sometimes whatever. I don't want to do it. So I'll just say, I'm tired. When I'm not really tired, I just don't want to do it. So with procrastination, we have to look at ourselves and learn to be honest with ourself. Don't involve yourself with people, in relationships, in whatever that you really don't want. If it's not something within your focus, within your light, within your values, if it's not you, then walk away from it, okay? But you got to overcome that procrastination, okay? Overcome it. Overcome it. Face your challenges. If we are not real and honest with ourselves, then other people can't be real and honest with ourselves. And it does mean that we have to get some maturity. You got to grow up sometimes. You got to bite your tongue. You have to say, come on, stop being lazy. Come on, get up, stand up, do it. Do what you said you're going to do. Be accountable. Be fully grown, everybody. And that's what we do over here. We're mature. We're motivated, and we are responsible. And because we're responsible, we're going to do what we said we are going to do. Now, who didn't hear that? We are going to do what we said we're going to do. So when you make appointments, when you say you're going to do something, when you promise to do something, don't talk about things if you know that you're not sure you're going to do it. That's something that I've learned, and sometimes we have to grow into that. Don't say things out of your mouth unless you're sure you can keep it. If you're unsure, just say, I'm not sure, or maybe, or I'll try my best. But don't say, oh, yeah, I'll do it, or talk really big. I hear people say that all the time. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'll see. You don't know that. I always say my thing, if God wills. If it's God's will for me, then I will. If it's not, then it won't. I cannot say for certain anything. I can't say for certain. I will say I'll try my best. I'll do my best, but the rest is up from above, okay? So let me get to the comment section because I see I got comments in here. I got comments. Let's see what I missed here. Okay, I see we have Colton. How are you doing, Colton? Welcome. How are you doing? Happy Thursday to you. Hey, Tamika. How are you? Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing? What else did I miss? And shout out to Miss Serious, always holding it down. Yes, thank you so much. Don't forget to thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much for dropping that a serious. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Thank you so much, Realist. Yes, dropping the member emojis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see what else I missed. I think I got it all. Okay, so let's get back into the next point. Let's get to the next point, everybody. We're on point number 3, how we can overcome ourselves. We have to overcome challenges. And every single person faces some sort of challenge or some sort of obstacle. Every person has a challenge. Every single person. We worry about things. We we go through situations. There's things that happen to us, but it's all about how we choose to find a solution. We all, every single person faces challenges. But the whole thing, I want to encourage each and every one of you, just because something is happening to you does not mean it will always be that way. And that's something that I definitely had to work on. I had to work on that within myself, that just because I'm going through something right now does not mean it's always going to be that way. And that's an encouragement for you all as well. You have to remind yourself, just because I'm in a situation, just because I'm going through something right now, does not mean it will always be this way for me. We go through things sometimes, we go through hard times, we go through situations and challenges, and it helps to mold us. It helps to teach us something. We all face a challenge, but here is the question: but do we push through until we find a solution? See, we're talking about overcoming ourselves so that we can get through to what's next, to what we need to do. And when something happens to us, it's a challenge. You don't know, it's an obstacle, it's hard, it's difficult. You may be mentally tired, you may be physically tired, you may be financially strapped. You just are going through things in other relationships, and you just don't know how you're going to get over on the other side of this challenge. See, we're not going to run away from the challenge. We're not going to hide it. We're not going to ignore it. See, that's what you do when you're toxic. You ignore things. You don't want to talk about it. You fail to communicate. See, when you are grown, mature, responsible, you see something and it may make you feel uncomfortable. You may not like it, but you confront it. Confront it. Don't ignore it, because ignoring a problem only makes bigger ones. It's like ignoring the elephant in the room. That doesn't mean the elephant is not there. It's just that you're trying to ignore that elephant. The elephant ain't going nowhere, okay? Until you say, "Elephant, I see you. Now it's time for me to move this elephant out of the room," okay? Or this monkey on your back. Sometimes an obstacle is, something that a heavy weight, a burden on ourselves, and we don't know how we're going to overcome that. We don't know how we're going to get through it. But there are some things that we are meant to go through on our own, to teach us so that we can learn something. And there are some things, challenges and obstacles that we go through, and it's not for us. Some things you got to take your hand off the wheel. That is our time to just stand still and just be. Stand still and just be. It's your time to just let somebody else help you. And I get it. Sometimes we want to have that control and the power, but it may not be our time to do something. That may be our time to be learning, to be growing, to be mentored, to be helped. So yes, this is a message for somebody. We are always giving to others, but when we are in a predicament, in a challenge, an obstacle, something is facing us that is difficult, do you open up your mouth and ask for help? I need help. I need help. That's a sign of maturity too. When you know that something is too much for you, do you open up your mouth and say, I need help? And not from everybody. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying ask for people who are weak minded, low vibrational, negative. No, no, no. I don't mean ask for help from anybody. I mean asking for help from the right people, from great mentors, for people who have already been supporting you, people who are understanding and compassionate. That's how you get through it. And that's how you get through it with strength, with power, because you just didn't be like, I don't need any help. That's a problem with a lot of people. When they go through something, they would rather lose everything they have than to say, I need help. Okay. Nothing wrong with needing help. Everybody needs somebody at some time. Everybody. Okay? Everybody. Let's keep it real, everybody. We keep it real over here. All right? See if I missed anything. I don't see I missed. Oh, I see Miss Puzzle Pieces in the house. I'm looking for when Miss Puzzle Pieces came in. I must have missed her comment. First one I see, so I'm going to go with this one. Hi, Puzzle Pieces. How are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Thursday. I really appreciate you being here. I hope all is well with you. Oh, James, you are hilarious. Let's see what else I missed. What else did I miss? Thank you so much for dropping those emojis, Boss Life Online. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, Nate. Yes. We have to overcome. We have to find a solution. Let's get to the next point. Point number 4, everybody. Point number 4, overcoming you, everybody. This is one of the biggest things when we talk about overcoming, things that we personally do. And one of the biggest challenges that most people face is overcoming fear. Okay? Fear. Fear is a big problem. Fearing change, when we shouldn't be fearful of change. Sometimes we are holding on to things that are not good for ourselves. We hold on to people who are not good for us. We hold on to jobs. We hold on to whatever. We hold on to things that it is hurting us, that is keeping us stuck. If we have enough faith, if we have enough fortitude and let that go, okay? Let that go and just let ourselves learn something. Let ourselves grow. We stay in this untapped potential. And I feel that this is something that somebody needs to hear right now. You have potential within yourself. And we don't always hear that. And I think everybody needs to hear that. And if you don't, you need to have a new circle of people. You deserve great things. Okay? So it's time that we embrace that change. Embrace the change. And the only way that we can embrace the change is letting go. Sometimes just walking, taking a few steps that you don't even know what's the next step. You don't know what you're going to do, but you're still going. You're being consistent. Okay? You just are moving forward. We don't always know the answer all the time, but whenever a situation seems like, okay, it's time to make a change, don't be sad. Don't be grouchy. Don't make everybody around you miserable because you're voicing your complaints. And change is not always going to be the happiest thing. Sometimes change brings a lot of pain. It brings heartache. It It dampers our spirits. You know, you feel some type of way. You may be in your feelings sometimes. It's okay. We are human beings. We're not robots. Not robots. You're not meant to just go, go, go and not feel, not get upset, not feel disappointed. But the whole thing about this discussion is to overcome it, to get through on the other side, to not just stay back and say, I'm fearful, I'm overwhelmed, and then just run the other way. See, that's what other people do who are not motivated. But I'm not talking to those. I'm talking to all of you who are here right now. You have a reason and a purpose, and whatever it is that you want to do. And I know that there are some things that you personally want to do. Don't fear. Embrace a change. Do some research, talk to some people, be consistent, but don't say, I'm fearful and run the other way, or say, I can't do this and give up. No, we don't do that. We know better and we're going to do better. Okay? We know better and we do better. Okay, Esad, have a great evening. Thank you so much. Yes, Nate. Hold on one second, guys. Allergies, allergies, allergies today. Okay. Nate says you got to motivate yourself more. You have to. You got to motivate yourself more. We have to be our own cheerleaders. You really do. Okay, everybody, let's get to point number 5. Point number 5 in overcoming you. Oh, we have 8 points. So we're on point number 5. To overcome ourself, we have to overcome negativity. You know, one thing about life is going to happen. Life is going to move on. We can't stop what may seem negative. We can't stop other people from being negative, but anything can be turned positive by how we look at it. There's always a silver lining. There's always something we can learn, we can glean, we can take from a situation. There's always something to be learned. It's always something that we can grow from. It's always some way that we can elevate. But first, we have to elevate in our mind. And when negativity comes at us, we don't have to take part in the negativity. Someone does something or says something, we don't have to join in. Oh, yeah, yeah. And talking about another person. No, we don't do that. We don't do that over here. We're focused on keeping our energy, our light, our spirit, all of it high. We like to keep our vibes high at all times. So how do we overcome that negativity? Stop surrounding ourselves by it. We can't, it's like the saying, play around in the mud with pigs and don't expect to get dirty. You're going to get dirty. You're going to get yourself involved in situations. If you hang around people who are negative, if you listen to music or entertainment that's negative, or you like to surround yourself with drama, that is what you will receive. So in order to overcome the negativity, in order to overcome and for us to be our best self, we have to stop being negative. We have to stop saying that negative is okay, that negative is all right. Now, I'm here to tell you that I know every single person here has somebody that they know that is always negative. They always have something they're complaining about. They're always blaming other people for what they personally do. But we're not about that. We have to make changes for ourselves. If we see that people around are negative, if we see that the situation is negative, we have to change the way we look at it. How are you focusing on it? We may think that it is negative, but it may turn out to be a blessing in disguise. And I know what you're thinking, Marlene, how can it be a blessing in disguise for something negative? Well, it's how you're looking at it. Say something like you lose your job. That could be a blessing in disguise. You don't know that your elevation can come from you losing that job. Because you lost that job, now you have to look for another job, and you may go to that job and meet one of your best friends. At that job, you may find your soulmate. You never know what can happen, but when one door closes, another door opens. But you got to have that thinking that, yeah, it can be disappointing, you can feel sad, but it's how you cast your thoughts, how you choose to look at situations. Are you going to say, what, and say, oh, why is this happening to me? I know I've done it many times. Oh, like I'm the only person in the world that has problems. No, everybody has problems, but we got to turn, what is it, that saying from Sesame Street, turn that frown upside down. Yeah, it's how you choose to look at situations. That's what it's about. Very important. Thank you so much, Bryden. Appreciate you. See what else I missed. Oh, wow. Really, James? Puzzle Pieces says, I am a person who didn't like change. It gave me anxiety since a few months ago. I'm working on how to deal with that, and I'm learning to embrace it. Awesome. 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 I really like to hear that, because it's not easy. It's not easy to embrace a change, embrace something different, new experiences, new people, especially when we don't know what is next. But we don't know that one door closes or another one opens for a reason, so that you can have better. You may be mistaking and thinking, oh, this is a bad thing, when it's going to be the best thing to happen to you. Because of that situation, this situation will happen to you. Hmm. Yes, it took me some time to get with change to Puzzle Pieces. Today I am like, oh, well, here is change. Yes, Boss Life Online. Exactly. Yes. 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 I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Puzzle Pieces. Appreciate you dropping that link. So let's get into the next point, everybody. I believe we're on, let's see, where are we? Um, I think we're on point number 6. Okay. Yeah. Point number 6, overcoming comparison. This is a big deal. Okay. If we are constantly always looking over our shoulder to the left or the right, we're looking what other people are doing, and we are comparing our life to another person. Let me say this: that person does not have your life. That person has not been through the same things that you have been through. They don't have your same challenges, hills, valleys, and they definitely don't have your backstory. So we are the ones that have to stop comparing ourselves and thinking that when somebody else is winning or losing, that we are better or we are worse. No, every single person goes through something, but we got to stay in our own lane and be focused on ourselves. Don't compare yourself to another person. They're not you. They don't know you. What is meant to be for you will be. And we're not going to compare ourselves to anybody else. We can't be anyone else but ourselves. Do you all hear me? We can't be anyone but ourselves. That should make us so happy. I feel like invigorated. I get so excited when I think about how much I love myself. When I think about what I know, what I've learned, how much I've grown, my wisdom. And I want to give that. I want to give that positive vibes and energy to you all right now. Never try to be something that you're not. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to keep up a facade. It's exhausting to try to please other people. It's exhausting. Don't do that. Don't be anybody but you, and be okay with it. This is me. Unapologetically be yourself. Because I tried it when I came here on this app of YouTube. I looked at other people and I was like, oh, they're doing that. Let me do that. Oh, let me do that. Or they're doing it like this. No, I had to learn to start doing things like me, and not just here on this app, but in my life with my relationships. I have to be me how I am. I have to focus on me, my mindset, what I want, what I do, what I'm good at. That's why people are become drawn to you. It's because of who you are. Understand that that's enough. You don't have to be like anybody else, and people who don't like you for who you are do not deserve to have you in their life. We allow people to come in our life, and there's a lot of times we need to get rid of those people out of our life, and we don't, but we should. So don't compare yourself to other people. We can't be anyone but ourselves. And I want you to know, and I want you to say it out loud, who I am is good enough. I say that to myself on a regular basis. Who I am is good enough. I cannot be anyone other than me. I am proud to be me. I will, move ahead in doing what I do, not what another person does, not what other people like. No, not comparing, not trying to duplicate, imitate. No, you are being yourself 100% of the time. When we are our true and authentic self, then we can be happier. We can be at peace, okay? Don't be anybody but yourself, okay? Amen on that. Don't be anybody other than you, okay? That's so important. It's so important to be nobody but yourself. Okay, we got one more point. So I'm about to put the link in here for anyone that would like to come up. Okay, let me put the link in here. Hold on one second. All right, link is in. This is very important. In overcoming ourselves, we have to overcome overconfidence. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mean don't feel good about yourself, don't have a good level of self esteem, and don't be self aware. No, I mean overconfidence. Confidence is very important to have, but we need humility, discernment, and I said intuition. I mean intuition. I didn't mean institution. That was a mistake. Intuition is very important to use intuition, very important, and to use discernment. We all need to discern what is meant to be for us. It's very important for us to know what we can do. Know what we can do. All right. Don't it's one of those things that we have to balance. Don't think too little of yourself, and also don't think too much of yourself. It's important to have that balance, and to encourage yourself, to be your own cheerleader and say, I'm amazing, I can do great things, I love myself, and be your own friend. Confidence is important. Don't let other people step on you, okay? Don't let other people step on you. Don't be a doormat to other people. That's a thing when we're talking about overcoming ourselves that I'm going to talk about in the final point of this discussion. But yeah, we have to overcome overconfidence. It's wonderful to be confident, to have a good self-esteem, to walk with your head up, but to not look at other people and be like, huh, I'm so much better than them. They should be like me, or they're nothing. No, you never think that you are better than anybody else. Everybody is human. Everybody bleeds red and pees yellow. There's no difference. There's no difference in any race. There's no different. Everybody has the same. Everybody has the same. Okay, but it's that some they get overconfident, they get haughty, and that's where the problem starts. So we got one more point, everybody. One more. And I put the link in there for whoever wants to come up. Okay, the last point of overcoming you, overcoming overachievement. This was a big deal for me, into always striving for perfection, always thinking I'm not going to release this until it's perfect. And if you're always seeking for perfection, you will never finish or accomplish anything. It's good to, want to do things to the best of our ability, but don't try to overanalyze and to, but that's not good enough, and start nitpicking and looking for flaws in whatever it is that we do. Nobody can ever do anything perfectly. As long as you're trying your best, as long as you're doing your best, we have to overcome that. Okay. And I know for some like me, who is definitely an overachiever, definitely is always seeking to do things in the right way, we'll wear out our own self. It gets tiring. It's exhausting to always try to seek to be perfect, because we all make mistakes. We all offend other people. We all do something wrong, and it's okay. But we all need to achieve, but not at the cost of your self respect. And I know that this message is for somebody. We can't be the people pleasers, making everybody happy but ourselves. We all need to achieve, but not at the cost of your self respect. We have to set boundaries and be happy. Say no and mean it. When you say no, it's not no, or you say no, but then the no turns into maybe, and the maybe turns into yes. When you say no because this is not what I want to do. And don't let other people change your mind. You have to be firm. You have to be firm in that when I say no, it's no. And if they come back, say, I already said no, why are you asking me again? You have to be firm in your resolve. When we talk about overcoming ourselves, it shows that we respect ourselves. You got to respect your mental health. There are times where you just mentally are drained and you just need a break. Okay. So you got to take care of yourself. So, and other times you may just be physically tired. You just need to sleep. Other times you're just financially strapped. So I cannot help you because I got to help my own self. You got to put the oxygen mask on yourself so that you can breathe, so that you are okay first. That's a part of overcoming you. You have to make sure you're okay first. To all you motivators, make sure you're okay before you go and you're helping other people. And that includes children, spouses, significant other, friends, workplace. Are you okay first? Am I okay? Am I okay here? Am I okay here? Is my spirit okay? How is my energy? Yeah, we have to think about all those things. And if we're not, boundaries, 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 okay? And people don't like boundaries, but that's not your problem. You have to be okay first. That's an important part of overcoming you, is that there are going to be people who are going to be upset. They're going to be emotional. They're not going to like certain things. People don't like when they can't manipulate you. People don't like when you say no to them. They don't like that. People will keep going until they, why? How come? Why not? You used to. Why not? How about now? What about in an hour? When it's no, it's no. And stick to it, motivators. Stick to it. See, I got some comments here. Okay, I see I got comments. And I see Miss Tracy came in. Facts, integrity, and self-dignity. Right, Nate? Miss Tracy in the building. How are you doing, Miss Tracy? Thank you so much for being here. Confidence is necessary to live your best life. Feeling that you are better than others will hinder you living that life. this comment, this comment. Yes, puzzle pieces. Thank you so much. Yeah, you have to be confident. You got to believe in yourself. Okay. But you can't think that you're better. You're elevated, you know, having that big head. Like my mom used to always say, when you have that big head, somebody's going to come one day and pop that bubble. That bubble will be popped. Eventually, somebody is going to pop that bubble. But yeah, love yourself, everybody, but not at the cost of hurting other people or being offensive. And also not at the cost of, you almost falling down because from exhaustion. You're exhausted in every way. You're exhausted financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Nope. That's when it's time for you to say, I have not been doing what I need to do. I have not been setting boundaries. I haven't been doing what I need to do for myself. Do that. Do that. Respect yourself enough. So those are all the points that I had from here. I don't know if anybody was interested in coming up. And if not, I'm going to go over to the members only. Yeah, we have an after show coming up today that I have already set up. So if nobody has nothing to add to today's discussion, I'm going to get up out of here. I really appreciate you all for coming through. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting this channel. Shout out to the members. Shout out to my mods that are dropping the links, keeping the chat clean. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel, for coming over to Marlene Motivates and getting your motivation. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me. And everybody, keep your head up. Overcome you. Believe in yourself enough. Face your challenges. Face those challenges. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am enough. You are enough. Okay. Overcome you. It starts in your mind. When you convince yourself that you can do something, you will. But also remember, when you tell yourself you can't, you won't. And I don't want you to be on that wavelength. I want you to be way above that, because you deserve. We're not settling. We're not just taking the garbage. We're not taking the riffraff. No, we're not doing that. We know our worth, but we also are not going to disrespect ourselves either. Okay. We have standards, right? You have standards, you have values, you respect yourself, and you know your worth. And if other people don't like it, it's not your problem. It's theirs. Empowered minds, empowered people. Shout out to you all. Be empowered, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's show. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see the members in a few minutes. Shout out to all of you. Thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.